Alright, this will be my first time ever playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I've seen people play this game, so I know what I'm getting into. But yeah. Alright. So, as I expected, I see that my mouse, I control the head of this axe hammer thing with my mouse. And yeah. I'm waiting on Bennett Foddy to start talking, because that's an iconic part of this game. You know, I knew that this would be kind of hard, but I'm already feeling how the controls are a little, harder than I might have thought. Alright, but let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Nice. Alright, thought that would be a little easier. Yo, where's my boy Bennett Foddy? I need him to start talking. This is really weird, just... Nice. I'm like low-key wondering if I like have something wrong in the settings or something. And that's why he's not talking. No, I mean the only thing I said in the settings was I lowered the effects because the wind was a little. It was just like the wind, a little too loud. All right, I'm kind of sorta getting the hang of this.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
There we go.
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you
Don't
got your best
gamble,
shirt
kids.
dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered
I'm gonna turn that down. I don't want it to overpower my voice.
that they just returned to their original food.
Oh, that's a little too quiet.
Starting over is harder than starting up.
There we go. That's
If
good.
you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Yeah, I appreciate the meta commentary. It's funny.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're
Uh-oh.
often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Uh-oh. So, this part is the first part where I'm like, I might fall and lose all my progress. Because this house is hard to deal with. I'm wondering if I even want to try to drag my way up the house. Yeah, whoop. I'm wondering if maybe I want to get here and like do the hammer jump boost thing, you know? Like this. To try to get up there. This is fun though, I gotta say. This is more fun than I thought it'd be. No! Alright. This is actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I wish I got this game when it came out. Alright, ready? The controls are actually pretty intuitive, I gotta say.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
That wasn't a lot of progress. Alright. Wanna do a boost? That house is the hard part. That house is definitely the difficult part here. This part isn't even everything before the house is not even difficult. But this is hard. Okay, so yeah, if you're ever playing this, the technique there is give yourself the hammer jump rather than try to like climb it. Yeah, there we go.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking
No!
is the perfect embodiment of the game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavour. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
This is fun AF. I thought this was just gonna be an experience that was like hard and challenging, and therefore it's like, do you want to throw yourself into the challenge or whatever? But this is actually just really fun. Like, I'd play this even if I wasn't playing it for a video. Okay. I might be a little stuck here. Okay, ready? Lol at that Starbucks, like, coffee drink right there. Don't litter.
Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
This is super fun. I played this game because a couple people I know in real life requested it. And I'm very happy that they did. It is really fun. Alright, I gotta get over there. Oh, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful where I move that mouse. Okay. Alright. You know, I feel like this guy, the way he talks and everything, and the way it's obviously meant to play, I feel like this guy thinks this is a more aggravating experience than it is. It's,
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are
I wouldn't
unyielding,
call it
and that makes
aggravating.
the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our
Okay,
repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
this part I've seen, because
When you're
I
building a
watched
video
all the
game
Let's
world,
Plays when they
you're
came
building with
out a long
ideas.
time ago,
And that can be like working with quickset cement. You
and
mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be
this
played
part
with.
definitely gives
And in the
people
process of
trouble and
playing
might
with
give
them,
me
they
trouble.
begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
I really like the piano track. It's very relaxing. This might be where I get stuck. Let's see. No, the controls are extremely intuitive. Alright, I'm a little, got a little allergies there. Controls are really intuitive for controlling the hammer. It all makes sense. Like you said, you feel like your errors are your fault as a player and not the game's fault, which is crucial for any game to feel like it's a fun experience. This part I'm stumped, to be honest. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get on this little rock that's to the right. Okay? If I can. That itself seems to be a challenge for me. Okay. Now I'm just gonna give myself a huge hammer jump upward and see what happens. Okay, so that did nothing. Yo, this part is a little hard. By that I mean very hard. I gotta be careful when I adjust so I don't do that. Every time I've done that, it's just been a really dumb mistake. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more mouse space on my table here. Yo, this is crazy. This part. Because all the other parts, I feel like I kind of sort of knew how I was gonna get up. This part, I have no clue how I'm gonna get up.
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
You know, that was not coded as well as it could have been. Because I did not do this part before, so I don't know what he's talking about. I do notice that light. I can hook on that light. Just do what you did the first time. I've literally never in my life completed this part. I don't know what he's talking about. If I can hook the light. A big part is I'm used to doing these hammer boosts. Ugh. But I don't know how to readjust my hammer during the boost so that I can like hook something. This might be it. Like, The rest of the video might be me trying this part for like a half hour, and then that's it. Oh. So that was progress. Hmm. So I think I was on the money with the boost. I don't know, man. This is hard. And if I could just get that light. I think if I can get that light, I'll be on the track to beating this part. This is crazy. This part. I feel like this part should have been a little later. A little later on. Because I feel like I did the basics of climbing, and now I'm on this part that I don't even know how to do. But that's alright. I'll push on. Imagine that. Imagine I just fell down. I'm sure that that happens to people, is falling off that rock on the left. I mean, I can get really deep in there. I just don't know how to hook myself in a way. I guess I gotta get on this rock. Like, there's no way that you don't start on this rock here. And then you boost. The thing is, I can do a boost, right? As you've been seeing. But then when I try to get a grip that will let me actually hold on to anything, that will stop my my boost, or reverse it even, like I just did there. I kind of just reversed, pushed myself the other way. Yeah, I mean, I'll give myself like if I've been doing this for half hour, then I gotta just admit to myself that you know, that I got stumped. Trying to trying to like just grip here and then grip there. Gripping this wall will actually just push me down the hill I'm on. I feel like I'm just not pushing on the mouse properly right there. Like, there have been times where I push up and I go really deep in there. And that's what I need to have any hope of this. I'm trying to think now. Like, I'm trying to not trial and error this. I'm trying to think of a plan. If I could just hook one of those lights. If I could just hook one of those lights, then, like, maybe I could get up there. Yo, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, but, you know, if you're watching this, you might want to just briefly, like, look ahead in the video and see if I ever made it past this part. And if I didn't, then, I mean, It's up to you if you wanted to see me struggle at this part for like another 20 minutes. Alright, ready? No. I don't know. I don't know if I've articulated this well enough. But the big mystery to me is how can I jump, like do one of these hammer jumps, but then somehow get my hammer above the guy without hitting one of the walls? I feel like that's just impossible. I'm wondering if I'm thinking about like looking up a YouTube video on how to do this. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Come on, no, don't do that. Hold yourself in place. Ready, buddy? Alright. Alright. This is impossible. I've declared it. You see what I'm talking about? Like, even if I give myself a great boost, I can't, like, get the hammer around and, like, hook myself further. Alright. I want to get past this part because if you recall, like 10 minutes ago, I was having a blast. Like, I really like the game mechanics here in this game a lot. I'm just really stuck. So I'd like to actually finish the game. Alright, look at that. I let go of my mouse because I'm not trying to mess this up. Is there any possible way that from here... Here's what I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna not succeed, but what I'm thinking is I pull the hammer head. This all has to be done really fast and perfect precision. But I pull the hammer in towards the guy and then hook the light from there. And when I pull the hammer into him, he's gonna fall. So I would have to, during that fall, quickly grab that light. Good plan. I think if I could do that, it would work. The question is, can I actually pull it off? Let's find out. You know what's... So I guess it wouldn't have worked because I couldn't pull the hammer in far enough to actually grab the light. So no matter what, that plan was not going to succeed. Alright, I don't know if, I'm actually pulling up right now. I'm gonna... No, you know what? That's not in the spirit of it. I was gonna pull up a video, but that's not in good spirit of recording an organic take of this game, so I'm not gonna do it. If I got stuck here for like another 15 minutes, then I'd have to throw in the towel there. Yo, this is crazy. I wish I knew, because the deal is, I just wish I knew what technique I was trying to do. Because it's not that I know the technique, but it's just a hard technique and I can't pull it off. I just have no clue how one would even get up this thing. Like, if I try to do any sort of side-to-side hook, then pushing on this wall just sends me further down than I started. Hmm. Okay. Hold up. From here. Alright. I'm gonna throw in the towel, guys. I'm going to look at a video and see how one does that specific part. And see if, once I know the technique, see if I can pull it off. So let's see. I'm looking at the world record speedrun right now. So the guy, what he does. Alright, let's see if I can pull this off. Now that I have a technique, I'm gonna see if I can pull off this technique. And if I can, then I'll continue. And if I can't, then that'll be it. That'll be my, I played getting over it until I got completely stuck. So basically, he has to push himself into the crevice and grab the. I mean, it's just grabbing the lights. I mean, you see, if I could have grabbed the light there, then you can continue. No. No. All right. All right, guys. That I think if I were to get through this, it would probably take me hours of practice, which I'm not feeling like doing for this one. So that was getting over it up until I got stuck very early. If you have more patience than I am, I think this game's mechanics are really cool, and you could probably have a really good time. And it's only $8, so even if you don't get it on sale, it's pretty cheap. But you could probably get it on sale for even less. So yeah, hope you had a decent time watching. Thanks for watching.